Hello everyone, welcome. So today we're continuing on with Annex's route. I think this will be the final love spell stream actually, because we were quite close to the end, I think. Oh, excuse my nose. Let's see if the volume makes sense. Maybe the music is a bit loud, I don't know. Sia, welcome! I know, right? I think everyone is going to be frustrated by this. I don't know if the volume is okay. Whoever's watching these VODs from the beginning is going to be like, huh? That's weird. Why is the volume for this one different to the other one? Because there's no, like, I don't have it on the same setting every single stream, so... Why can't I hear the music? Oh, there we go. But, yeah. I don't know. I think in the previous one, so many things happened. It was insanity. Like, so we thought we got like a happily ever after, but then Truck couldn't get the girlfriend, and then, well, ex-girlfriend, and then like she ends up in hospital and she's fine, but then she convinces the main character that, you know, Annex is better off as a doctor, or so, I don't know what, yeah, doctor, I think. And the main character's like, yeah, you're right. And then so that happens and everyone's like, no, main character, get a grip. Well, it's all gonna come to an end today, so... Sia, I know you have a problem with Annex. Hi, Rose Lover, welcome, you are. Hi, Lurkuba, welcome. But I have actually been kind of looking forward to finishing this route. It's very rare for me to finish a route on YouTube. I get distracted or something else comes up. I think I've only done it with Glass Heart. I think I did Bell Automata too, didn't I, until the end. But that was quite a quick one. Glass Heart, Bell Automata, and this will be the third one. So I'm feeling very proud. Indies are a lot sort of nicer to finish because they don't drag on forever and ever and ever, you know. All right. I think it was that one. Okay. Annex turns to leave the room, but Isla calls out to him. She brings her knees up to her chest and clutches them tightly as tears begin to escape her. Please, wait, don't go. Annex sighs, but he doesn't turn around from the door. I have to go finish packing. My ship leaves tonight. Ship? Where's he going? It's pity, right? Not love. You don't love me, Annex. You never have. You just pity me. I'm leaving now, Isla. Try and get some rest. I lied to you that day, okay? Annex tenses at the door, but remains silent and unmoving as Isla's outburst. At Isla's outburst, sorry, my English skills aren't particularly great today. I don't know why. Here we go again with Annex. It's so true. That's what I thought. Oh boy. After a few moments, he stares down at the door handle before grabbing and opening it, but Isla presses on. That day at the field, I knew you were finally going to tell her how you felt. So I did everything I could to stop you because I was afraid. I was afraid you'd never look at me again if you did. What? Isla, what are you talking about? I thought I could make you love me, okay? I thought if I gave you everything, you'd eventually love me one day, but even after I did, even after all this time, it's still her. Luna's still the only one in your heart, isn't she? That was a long time ago, Isla. Things are really different now. No, they're not. They're exactly the same. Don't you get it? She loves you, Annex. That stupid girl always has. I was wrong, Annex. I realize that now, and I'm sorry. I wanted you to love me so badly. I wanted you to look at me once, the way you looked at her. But even to this day, after all these years, you still never have. Oh god, this is tragic, isn't it? Also, I am overheating. Be right back. Hey. So, excuse the I'm at home chilling and eating ice cream look that we've got going on here. But it is overheating, so. Oh, Isla actually coming clean. I don't hate convenient relationships, but not in my fiction settings. I don't need love and real, but if I don't have it in my fictional relationships, have to make up the deficit. I don't feel bad for Isla because she was acting like he belonged to her. He don't belong to anyone. You can't force someone to be with you if they... Well, that's the thing. Like, it's just all a bit of a mess, really. Yeah, no, I understood where you're coming from, Rose. Not once. Not even for a single moment. But now, I just want you to be yourself again. You don't eat, you don't sleep, and no matter what, it just looks like you're in so much pain all the time. I'm scared to even be near you because it feels like if someone were to just touch you, you could crumble into pieces. And I can't bear you to see you like this anymore. Isla, thank you. I appreciate beyond words. Everything you've done for me, truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for caring so much about an idiot like me, despite all that's happened. But I think it's time that all of us move on and finally leave the past behind us. I think that's what I really need the most right now. I think in real convenient relationships are okay as long as no one else is involved. That's why I told you that I'm leaving and I'm not coming back. Maybe not ever. And as for you, don't be so reckless from now on, promise me that. No one, especially not someone like me, is worth you putting yourself in harm's way for. I'm gonna head out now. Take care of yourself, okay? Annex, wait, please! Annex leaves the room and all Isla can do is helplessly watch as the door closes shut with a quiet thud. Meanwhile, oh, game design? I nod my head as I stare at my professor's confused face. In his hands, he holds my official major transfer application. I must say, it's surprising coming from someone who barely passed their first semester of college algebra. I know that my math grades aren't the best, but I'm prepared to do all I can to change that. Luna, not to discourage you or anything of the sort, but you do understand that coding, among many other core classes in this major, rely heavily on subjects that... His voice trails off as he drops his gaze down to my transcripts. Oh dear. That, put bluntly, you don't seem to be very proficient in. Honestly, I don't know if this is the right field for you. I swallow as I look down at the dirty notebook in my lap. I clear my throat before I glance up and force a smile. Professor, what you're saying is true. My grades aren't the best, and I have almost nothing else to show for it. I know more than anyone that if I were to venture into this, I might fail horribly. But even so, despite knowing that, more than anything I've ever wanted, I really want to try. Go on. I take a deep breath as I grip Annex's notebook sitting in my lap. I've hid and run away from a lot of things in my life. A lot of the time because I never thought I was good enough or deserving of them. But then I found something. I found a dream. An idea that makes me want to wake up every morning and try to accomplish it. Knowing I might fail, knowing I might never make it come true, but despite knowing any of that, I truly want to try. I want to give it everything I possibly can. A few agonizing moments pass as I try to analyze my professor's poker face. Slowly, he shakes his head and I look down, fearing the worst. About time. What? I must confess, I always thought you had talent, but you lacked direction. You never seemed to know where to go with your work and felt like you just swayed in the wind, wherever it took you. But a dream changes people. It roots them. It motivates them and it makes them try to do things they never even thought they were capable of. I know from experience. My heart lights up as I watch him sign off on my major request. You know, they say that if there's one thing in life you must always hold on to, it's the ability to dream. For it is said that if dreams die, life becomes like a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hey, Kennedy! Oh, you're on a date! That's so cute! So currently, Isla came clean and told Annex about the stuff she did back in high school, basically. You know, how she lied and all of that. Annex is like, okay, it's over kind of thing. He's gonna move on. And Luna's trying to change majors. Oh, vet school. I don't know whether I'd want to be a vet, you know? Like, I think there was a time where I kind of considered it, even though science really is not my subject. But the amount of training you have to go, like, for years and years and years, and then you get put, like, I don't think, if you really love animals, then it may not be the job for you, because you have to put down so many, if you know what I mean. Like, it sounds horrible. Rose love, I love that. Why aren't you paying attention to your boyfriend? I'm looking forward to seeing just how far you can take your dreams, Luna, and I wish you the very best in all of your future endeavors. The best advice I could ever bestow upon you is really quite simple. Just don't give up. Yeah, things are no longer between Annex and Isla. Later that night, I gingerly gulp down another drink as I lean over the bar. I look around for any sign of the young bartender from before, but I don't see him at all. God, I was so nervous. I thought Professor Atlas would never sign off on that request. I still kind of can't believe he did. But I'm really happy that he did in the end. I think he's gonna continue his education as a doctor. I think. I'm not sure. Because he said he's going by ship somewhere. I glance at the notebook next to me. I open it up and look through familiar sketches and doodles. I'll make our dream come true. Even if it takes me my whole life, I'll definitely do it. I promise you that, Annex. Suddenly, I feel someone bump into me from behind as I stand up. Oh, I'm sorry. Why, hello again, dearie. It's you. Hee hee, why yes, it is in fact me. I love this witch. She's kind of cute. Mind if I grab this seat? Without even letting me answer, the familiar old lady sits down. I watch as she puts down the same familiar bag with odd decorations on the counter. So, my child, what brings you here? Are you waiting for someone? A date, maybe? I feel like the witch and Aslan are related. I don't know. Like the bartender. They have the same hair color. That's my reason. No, nothing like that. I'm here alone. My voice trails off, unsure of what approach to take as I fiddle with the ice in my glass. Project. I love that. I momentarily meet the witch's eyes before looking down. Yet, I can't help but smile. Well, did you like my gift? It was absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much, Mrs. Oh, no need for any stuffy formalities. Agatha will just... Agatha is such an old lady name. They really nailed the name there. Agatha will do just fine, my dearest. Agatha, right. Then thank you so much, Agatha, for letting me experience something that I would have never had the chance to otherwise. Hee hee, that little old book sure is something special. Packs quite a punch if I do say so myself. We talk together for what feels like hours as I tell Agatha all about my recent adventures with Annex. She watches me with warm eyes as I excitedly tell her all the mishaps we went through. Yeah, I'm low-key thinking maybe, you know, maybe they're related or something. It would be interesting. Okay, Kennedy, hopefully you have a good day. Goodness, seems you had quite an adventure, haha. And why, you even found something else quite special at the end of it all. She motions to Annex's notebook next to me and I smile, touching the cover. I nod gratefully as she chuckles and turns back to her drink. Sure is a darn shame they forget it all so soon, but, well, I suppose you can't go around putting yourself in someone's heart forever. Believe me, it just never works out the way you think it will. I circle the ice in my glass as I lower my head sadly. Well, actually, he didn't forget anything at all. It just sort of didn't work out in the end. Yes, I'm afraid that tends to happen. Eh? I'm sorry, dearie. What was that you just said? You said he didn't forget? Yeah, I thought maybe Philia got the instructions wrong or something, but he definitely didn't forget anything after the full moon. Trust me. I feel my cheeks heat up as I remember that passionate night vividly. The passionate night without the CG, may I point out? I look over at the witch as she stares at me with a blank expression. After a few moments, she throws her head back in laughter as she sips her drink. Ha ha ha, oh my dear, that's preposterous. I mean, it's completely incomprehensible. You must be mistaken. He most definitely did not remember anything after the clock hit midnight. What? Wait, no, he really did. He remembered everything, in fact. I'm not making this up. He remembered, you say? Young lady, you're saying that the boy whose name you wrote in that book, even after the night of the full moon, he didn't forget anything? And you're absolutely certain of this? Yes, I'm positive. I know all his memories were there, even after the full moon. Upon hearing this, Agatha grabs the nearby bottle we had been pouring and chugs it straight. After a few moments, she places it down. Her eyes begin to dart in all directions. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I can't imagine her saying that. Agatha, are you okay? Do you need a water or something? Oh. Completely ignoring me, the witch grabs her bag and frantically begins looking through it, tossing strange-looking items into the air. The what book? The dating book? I watch in surprise as she almost immerses half of her body into the bag before she pulls out a small pocketbook with a series of red strings coming out of it. She pulls out a magnifying glass as she starts skimming through the tiny lettered book. Dearie, what's that boy's full name? Hi Raven, welcome! So you so far missed Isla telling Annex the truth, Annex saying he's gonna move on and going off by ship, which we all made fun of. And then Luna changed majors to game development to follow her dreams, and she bumps into the witch and tells her how he didn't forget everything after full moon, and the witch is like, what? Yeah, imagine if she gave her the wrong book. Annex Alfred Grey. I feel like this other book of hers is to see who's in love with who. Star sign. Pisces. Birthday. March 4th. Siblings. 2 older brothers. Childhood pet. A blue goldfish named Seamus. Favorite food. Honey roasted salmon and garlic potato. Wait, why are you even asking me all this? She ignores my question and turns a few more pages before she lines her fingers down on one particular page. I curiously try to peek over her shoulder before she hides the book. Tut tut, mortals are strictly forbidden from seeing the contents of this book, dearie. I'd appreciate some privacy. Oh, okay, she's very feisty all of a sudden. No worries, Raven. Oh, sorry. After she flips a few more pages, she stops on a page. How does she remember all that? I mean, I think I remember certain things quite a bit of people I'm close to. Well, most of my friends can't even remember when someone's birthday is. It's someone you truly care about, though. Like, I always remember my best friend's birthday and my boyfriend's birthday. As she mutters something, her eyes widen and seem to follow an invisible thread leaving the book. Suddenly, as she follows the thread, she looks down at my hand. Oh, so it's a red string of love. A loud gasp escapes her as she grabs my hand and holds it up to the light, looking at my ring finger. Oh, good heavens. Okay. I'm starting to get a little freaked out here. Can you please tell me what's going on? Is there something on my hand? Am I cursed or something? Luna, I need you to listen closely to what I'm about to say. This is no joking matter. At Agatha's sudden shift in tone, I can't help but stiffen up. Oh my god, what's happening? She motions me closer as she looks around the bar. Her voice becomes a whisper as she looks at me with a stern expression. I suppose by this point in time, this should come as no surprise, but there are a lot of powerful magics you don't know about that reside in this world. I have seen things that could sink continents in mere seconds, and others that can reach the hearts of people around the globe. But there's one phenomenon in particular that is so powerful, so rare, oh here we go, it's like true love's kiss or something, isn't it? That I could not ever hope to be controlled by any force. What is it? I believe humans have coined the term soulmates to describe it. Wait, what? Soulmates? I'm sorry, I don't think I'm following. Child, this is no jest. This is a force so powerful, so rare, that it heeds no master, and no magic spell or the like can ever hope to control it. I've seen kings and paupers alike spend their whole lives looking for it, and it never shows itself. But you and that boy, Annex, you have it. But that's impossible. Annex was just under a spell, right? The feelings you told me you felt for that boy, none of those were influenced by that measly spell. That spell didn't make him love you, Luna. It only heightened what was already in his heart, and yours. Are you saying that Annex and I are soulmates? Yes, that's precisely what I'm saying, my dear. Your fates are intertwined, and your hearts and souls have been connected far, far longer than you could ever recall. Why, it's even written right here in the sacred book of... well, never mind. You didn't hear that last part, right? What I'm trying to say is, without each other, neither of you will ever be truly happy or complete. You need to go find this young man and tell him how you really feel with all due haste. You must rectify that which has gone wrong at once. Gosh, okay, so this is where she's gonna have to go look for him. I think star signs is like... I think star signs you have to have actually like spoken to that person about. And as for favorite foods, the issue with favorite foods is like no one, at least you don't necessarily have a favorite. It's almost like a favorite in this moment or favorite under this context, or when you're feeling like this, you particularly like this. Like, for example, I know that my boyfriend's birthday is on the 21st of December, that he's a Sagittarius, and his favorite food is lobster, tiramisu. I know he likes mushrooms. I know he likes seafood over like... Well, it depends. See, this is the thing. So I can say that as my best friend. I know her birthday's on the 19th of January. I know she's Capricorn, that's it. And I know she adores ice cream. I don't know what her favorite food is, but I know all the food she doesn't like. I remember most of my friends' birthday, but they don't. That's so less lyrical there. Well, the fact that you remember theirs is actually quite that's good, you know? I feel awful when I forget my friends' birthdays. Usually it's not because I've forgotten the date. It's usually because I've got so much going on in my life that when the date comes by, I don't know the number or anything. Like, I'm in a bit of a daze. But yeah, favorite food is kind of hard because it depends on the context. Like, I don't know my own favorite food, if I'm to be completely honest. My favorite food? Macarons? This time it's my turn to grab the bottle and chug it straight. I look over at her with a nervous expression. You're not joking, are you? I am a witch, my child, not a jester. I assure you, I'm most serious about this. Well, shit, man. Just what am I supposed to tell him now, especially after all the horrible things I said? There's no need to fret, my dear. You should tell him everything your heart desires too. I feel like some of us are just like better at remembering these things than others. Including my ex-friend's birthday. Oh, dear, I've forgotten my ex-friend's birthdays, funnily enough. I barely remember. Oh, Kennedy. Trust me, you don't find like a man like that every millennia. This one sounds like quite the keeper too, ho ho. But I don't think I have the heart to face him so soon. So incredibly much has happened between us in such a short time that even now fears and doubts and endless questions swarm my mind. What would he say? What would he think? I hurt him so badly. I told him I'd love him and then threw him aside. Does he even still feel the same about me after all that? However, Agatha only leans back into a chair looking saddened. Your own insecurities are leading you down a path you do not want to tread, my dear. Know this, some things may be destined, but not all things are beyond change. I'm afraid that even destiny itself can be rewritten, and if you don't go now, you might not ever get the chance to again. The choice is yours to make, Luna. You alone determine what reality you will live by the choices you have the courage or lack thereof to make. But can you really live a life without him? Do you want to? My eyes dart from place to place as I try to process everything that was thrown at me. Adrenaline pumps through my veins as a fire ignites my soul. I grab my bags and prepare to run out of the bar without looking back when a gentle hand suddenly stops me. Oh, Sparkles. The witch smiles, reaching into her pocket as she hands me a familiar-looking pen. Wait, my dear, take this with you, just in case you ever find yourself in need of a friend. Tears well up in my eyes as I break into a genuine smile and hug the old woman tightly. She lets out a tender chuckle as she rubs my back and smiles while pinching my cheek. You're destined for great things, my dear Luna. Don't be afraid of the future or the past. Now go, chase your destiny and never let it go. My birthday was the 14th, and actually a few people remembered and wished me a happy... Oh my god, Rose Lover, happy birthday! That's literally like 2 days ago, isn't it? Yeah, that's 2 days ago. Oh my god. I hope you had a good day. I forgot that you were a fellow Leo. With Agatha's words ringing in my head and in my heart, I all but fly out of the bar. The witch slowly takes a seat back on the stool as she slowly glances to the small book next to her. She watches as a single piece of red thread begins to come undone. I only hope you are not too late. As I once was. Oh, my heart! So she was in love once and it went wrong. Episode 11, A New Dream. I swing open the door to Isla's hospital room as droplets of sweat drip down my face. Isla quickly looks up over at me and then slowly back at her bed. Isla, where is he? Finally made your decision, have you? Humph, took you long enough, you dolt. I quickly rush over to her bedside before grabbing her uninjured hand in mine. Isla, I love him with everything I am, and I'm sorry, but I can't give him up again. No matter what it takes, I can make him happy. I will make him happy. I know you can. You're probably the only one who can. Then please tell me where he is. He isn't home. He isn't answering his phone. I need to see him right now, Isla. There's so much I need to say to him, and I couldn't stop him, Luna. What? He said he was leaving this town tonight and not ever coming back. Our university doesn't open again for another few months, so I have no clue where he could possibly be headed. But something tells me it's a very far away place. He wouldn't tell me, no matter how many times I asked. What? No, when did he say this? That was hours ago now. He might still be at the harbour, but at this rate, he probably won't make it into... Then at least I'll try, damn it. Off she goes. As I turn on my heels to head out of the hospital room, Isla calls out. Luna, wait. Look, I'm sorry for everything. I realise now just how wrong I've been this entire time. But no matter how much you love someone, no matter how much they mean to you, you can't force yourself to be in someone's heart if you truly don't belong there in the first place. I understand that now, painfully so. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for me, you and Annex could have... To think you always made fun of me for being the crybaby of the trio. Look at you now. You idiot. I'm being serious here. I know you are, Isla, but I want you to know that if none of this had happened, then neither you, Annex, nor I could have grown from it. Yes, it caused a lot of pain and grief, but people grow from these experiences, Isla. You will too. And if it wasn't due to all of this, I would have never had the courage to face my feelings and face Annex again. You've really changed a lot, haven't you? Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh my god, time is ticking. And although I'm not perfect and still full of mistakes, I think I like the person I'm becoming a lot more. I suppose part of that reason is thanks to you as well. So thank you, Isla. Shut up and just get going, you fool. You don't have time to waste here if you're going to stop him, right? Then go. You're right. Bye for now. I'll come visit again soon, okay? As I turn to head out the door once again, Isla calls after me again. And please, Luna. Please bring him the happiness that I couldn't. I will. It's a promise. Yeah, that's the thing. With that, I close the hospital room door and head off. Back inside, Isla slowly looks towards the window as she lets out a deep sigh. A few moments later, the door opens again and she quickly wipes the tears before whipping her head around. You absolute idiot! How could you actually forget something after such an emotional moment? Are you just plain stupid? Oh. Isla immediately shuts up as she spots a stranger at her door. The young man smiles sheepishly as he bows his head. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. It seems I got the wrong room. Oh, I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to call a stranger an idiot. Huh, it's perfectly alright. I'll be taking my leave now. Have a good evening, miss. As the young man motions to close the door, he slowly turns to look at Isla's tear-stained face one more time. Unless, would you by any chance like someone to talk to? It seems it must be a bit lonely being cooped up in a room like this all by yourself. I can promise that I'm at least a good listener if you wouldn't mind the company. He appears when people need him. Pink hair guy, I want you. He is really pretty. I reckon he's related to the witch. I run as fast as my legs can take me towards the town's harbour. As I near the ocean, I smell the breeze of the sea and watch lights from all sorts of ships docked out. I see one particular ship that catches my attention for its immense size and foreign lettering. A voice suddenly booms from an overhead speaker. The SS Anne is now departing. Please stay clear of the rails and hold small children by the hand. SS Anne, isn't that the name of the Pokemon ship? Wait, no! As I attempt to run towards the boat's docking station, a security guard stops me. Please, listen, I have to get on that ship. I'm sorry, miss, but that ship has already set sail. You have to wait for the next one. My heart sinks as I can only watch as the gleaming ship slowly sails further and further away on the moonlit waves. I shake my head before running off towards the harbour's main office. Just as an employee locks the office doors, I run up to him, startling the short man. Excuse me, when does that boat come back? I'm sorry, ma'am, but the SSN only sets in and out for port from here once a year, guys. Once a year. What? Once a year? But I need to get on that ship right now, please. It's really important, and I'm very sorry, but once a ship of that size leaves, well, there's not much we can do. It's already headed out for the next continent over, and it'll be at sea for the next few months. Why is he going by ship anyway? That's my question. Rosalie, you came back and you're like, no! The man wears a sympathetic expression as he finishes locking up the office doors. I stare hopelessly as he leaves, and the lights of the harbour begin to flicker and blink off one by one. My mind swirls with all sorts of ludicrous thoughts on how I could possibly board that ship, but there's nothing realistic. Why can't you just ask where that ship goes? Even if I wanted to, I don't have the money to afford airfare to a random country. Could talk to Isla. Just saying. And I can't just drop my studies like that either. That's fair. Isla said Annex wasn't telling anyone where he's going. Maybe that means he himself doesn't know where he's headed. Then where do I start looking? How do I even find him? Somehow, all the questions only seem to make my chest ache. Eventually, the only light that shines is that of the moon as I watch the gleaming lights of the ship shrink into the ocean's nightscape. To have come this far, to have realised so much, to have built up so much courage, only to be too late, by mere seconds. As I walk towards a nearby dock, I can no longer hold back my tears. I clutch Annex's notebook closely to my chest as I let everything out in heaving sobs. Suddenly, I feel a gentle hand on my shoulder. My heart jumps as I quickly turn around, only to see the worried face of an elderly security guard. I'm terribly sorry, young lady, but the harbor's closed now. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises. As he notices tears falling from my eyes and the notebook I clutch in my chest, his expression softens. I'm really sorry, but could I just have a few minutes alone? I really need it. The man scratches his head as he stares at my expression. He stands up and looks around before he whispers to me in a hush. I can tell you must be going through something rough, so I'll let you have a few more minutes. But after that, I'm afraid I'll have to come back and see you out. It's not safe for you to be out here all alone. Hi Vince, welcome! Ooh, that sounds fun. And I'm not sure, Rose. I feel like it is. Maybe in the good ending, the ship doesn't leave. I don't know. Thank you, sir. Take it easy, kiddo. No reason a nice young lady like yourself needs to look that sad. I'm sure everything will work out. I crack a small, wistful smile at the old man's attempt at sympathy as I watch him leave. As I turn back to face the ocean, a sense of desolation hits me when I can no longer even make out the lights of Annex's ship. The strength in my legs leaves me as I slowly drop to the floor and close my eyes, the tears pouring out, seemingly without end. Yeah, he may not have actually boarded. I'm like low-key hoping that's the case. This is it. All seems hopeless and lost. Suddenly I hear a voice from inside me call out. It might very well be the end, but there is still one last choice for you to make. What will you do, Luna, in the depths of your darkest night, when everything you've ever wanted has escaped your grasp? Will you choose to keep chasing after your dreams, even to the ends of the earth, no matter the cost? Or will you let them go, accepting a future without them in your life? Warning, the choice you make here will significantly impact the rest. I think this is where we choose whether we want to go down good or bad. This is your story. Your fate is in your hands. Now tell me, what will you do? Okay, that's very obvious. Those are very obvious choices. So that's the good ending, and that's the bad ending. Modern arts and street dance class. That sounds fun. Thank you for dropping by, Vince. But I will do the good ending first, and then I'll do the bad ending. A quiet yet resolute fire ignites within my heart as I open my eyes and glance up at the moon. No, this isn't the end. I won't give up here, not now. I'll chase him to the moon and back if that's what it takes. That's what he means to me. Annex, you're my dream. I don't want a future that doesn't have you in it. Never again. No matter what, I'm going to find you and set this all straight. And this time, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you just how much you really do mean to me. If not by boat, then by plane. I'll have to go back and ask Isla if she has any ideas where he could have possibly left to. Maybe together we could... Why doesn't she just ask where that ship goes? Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Because then she can aim to go where the ship goes by plane through Isla. Am I the only one that's thinking like this? Maybe together we can figure something out. I hear footsteps on the dock again as I stand up. I look over the sea one last time before I take a deep breath. I'm leaving now, sir. Thank you for letting me. And just where do you plan on going? Okay, for God's sake. Oh my god. Do you reckon he's truly set sail if you pick, like, you're not going to chase after him? Call a boy by dream, chase after him at the expense of everything else? Can be... Because it'd be not romantic enough if you just ask. Yeah, well, logic ain't romantic. Oh my god. My eyes widen as I turn around and see the face of the man I've been searching for this whole time. I can only stare at him for a few seconds, trying to see if it's just a hallucination at this point caused by all the stress and the emotions. As if understanding what I'm doing, Annex takes a few steps closer, his azure eyes shining with moonlight in them. I look behind him and notice there's luggage on the floor not too far from the dock. Harbor's closed, you know. We should probably get out of here before we get arrested for trespassing or something. Annex, what are you doing here? I thought that... Leaving was originally my plan, but then the strangest thing happened. Right as I was about to get on the ship, one of the harbor employees handed me a penguin-shaped pizza. They said the person who sent it was on their way, but it was my choice whether to stay or go. I stayed behind because, well, I wanted to hear what you had to say. Why is shit? To be honest, I'm thinking that as well. It's so random. Like, it takes ages to travel by a ship. Oh, it makes me laugh. Maybe it's like some strange, tiny little island that you can only go by ship. He looks at my tear-stained face before one of his fingers slowly comes up to my cheek to wipe one away. Okay, for example, for my second year undergrad, we had to go to this like tiny little island in Indonesia, and in order to get there, you had to take a plane from England to Indonesia, and then we had to take a one of those like little jet planes that only has like can only take a few people. And has like a sort of open window-ish and stuff, one of those things, to another part of Indonesia. And then we had to take a little boat from there to get to this island. That's the only way you can get there. So maybe it's like that, but like just a ship. Yeah, exactly. They can only go there once a year because it's such a tiny place. He looks at my tear-stained face before one of his fingers slowly comes up to my cheek to wipe one away. But I think I might already know. At this, I wrap my arms around him in the tightest embrace of my life. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All those things I said were lies. I was terrified, Annex. I was scared of not being good enough for you, or not being able to make you truly happy, or give you a future in which you were. I thought that I didn't deserve you, but I realized I never even once tried to fight for you. I'm so sorry. That makes two of us, Luna. Huh, I guess we're still both just a pair of scared kids with lots of growing up to do, huh? Annex takes one of my hands in his before he takes a step back. He takes a deep breath before looking back up at me. That day in the field, I knew I should have gone to you. I should have told you everything. But in the end, I heard one thing I didn't want to, and the fear ate me alive. It stopped me right in my tracks. It's easily the biggest regret of my life. Me too, okay? I thought I could make it without you again. I thought that if I went through it once, well, I could do it again, but I don't want to. Not now, not ever. So please don't leave me again. Please stay. Annex grabs my arm as he pulls me into his chest. I wrap my arms around him as the tears stream down my face. He gently kisses my forehead before he grabs my chin, making me look up at him. I need you, Luna, so damn much. I'm sorry it took me so long to realize that. These past few years without you were like living without the sun. I tried so hard to forget you, but it was pointless. Every day I wanted to call you. I wanted to hear your voice, to see your face. But I didn't think I had the right to anymore. Honestly, I still don't know if I do. Of course you do, dummy. I love you, Annex, more than anything in this world. I want to be with you and I want to have a future with you. One that we can make together. No more lies, no more hiding or running away from what we truly feel. Just us and the baby. I'm joking. Sorry, I don't know why. Oh god. I back away from him as I lift up the notebook. He widens his eyes before a small smile escapes him as he notices what I'm holding. And our dreams, our happiness. Luna, thank you. Annex smiles as he grabs the notebook and pulls me into his arms. I push away slightly to look up at him. He looks down at me with warmth and tenderness. A small smile lights his face as his gaze drops down to my lips. We lean into each other as we close our eyes when... Oh, we finally get a kiss scene. His lips meet mine. Oh, and I like how the earrings are sparkling together. That's so cute. And all over again, I fall in love with my best friend, my first love, and the one who has always been by my side. All right, lovebirds, come on, get up. Oh, funny. As the elderly security guard from before yells at us, Annex and I look at each other and we can't help but burst out laughing. Let's go home. Yeah. He takes my hand in his as we run off the dock together. I feel a breeze pass me by and I glance back at the ocean. The ship's completely gone from the horizon, but in its place a bright moon shines and illuminates the entire sea. I smile at the moon and look forward to stare at Annex's running back. As we run through the night together, I can only grin as I watch Annex shoot a sheepish laugh to security guard shaking his head at us. Memories of us as children and teenagers in this exact same scenario flood my mind. Get off my lawn! I sometimes games don't give you CGs when you want them to, but then they give you ones when you don't care. This one I'm actually quite happy about. This was a good one. I liked all the other CGs, but one when the actual stuff going on, I'm not asking like something explicit where too much, you know, I don't want to see pixelated genitals, for example. That's not really my jam. But like just making out or something, you know, that would be nice. I glance down and smile as I see his hand tightly holding mine. Neither of us ever let go again. Yeah, happily ever after this one. I dry my hair with a towel as I step out of the bathroom. I glance up to see snacks, junk food and pizza sprawled out everywhere amongst a mountain of games and old consoles. I laugh as I watch Annex press down rapidly on a controller, crying out as a game on the screen. Suddenly, a game over appears as he groans and hangs his head. Yes, Kennedy, you missed a kiss scene, CG. Damn, I keep getting my ass handed to me by the new DLC boss. Disrespectfully too. That was like the third time in a row. Suddenly, he turns around and beams a breathtaking smile. He extends another controller in his hand towards me. Come on, my player 2. I can't do this without you. Think you can help me clear this next level? Hi, Hika. Welcome. I toss my towel aside and grab the controller from his hand. I sit down next to him and we smile at the start screen. Alright, but loser has to go get a whole box of glazed midnight donuts after this. She wants glazed midnight donuts at 2 in the morning after a 3-hour gaming session. God, the woman of my literal dreams, bro. I heard that, you sap. Good, you were supposed to. We both press down on the button and a 5-second timer appears on the screen. Yeah, I will be going back to the bad end after this though. I quickly lean over and pull him into a quick kiss before the timer runs out. As we pull away, he shakes his head and laughs. Ready, set, game start! Oh. Oh, okay, here we go. We get like a little ending. Oh my god, this is so weird. It's like watching the ending of an anime or something. She is such a pretty... This otome game is such a good quality otome game. Like, it's an indie otome game, but the quality is... Because the thing... Oh, you get to see the CGs here. Because the thing with a lot of indie games, obviously you've got a limited team, you've got a limited budget, so there tends to be a few little things here and there that you would like, little kind of not quite mistakes, not quite blemishes either. They're just things that could be improved upon that don't get improved because obviously budget reasons or whatever. But this one, they've like really nailed it in the quality sense. I'm just very impressed. Oh, I completed Annex's story. It's Epilogue. A few years later, a large audience cheers loudly as lights, music, and cameras flash through an entire arena. A well-dressed man in a suit walks on stage as a screen behind him shows a countdown animation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. The nominated award winner for Game of the Year goes to... A thundering drum roll resounds all throughout the arena. A cameraman on moving platforms zoom in on the announcer as he opens up a gold envelope. The crowd's cheers grow louder as the announcer looks and grins. Ladies and gentlemen, the official nominated Game of the Year goes to the global indie smash hit Love Spell, developed by Estrella Studios. Let's give a warm round of applause and welcome to the stage the two sole leader developers of Estrella Studios, Miss Annex and Miss Luna. Oh my god, he's in a suit. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, yes you should, Kennedy. Yeah, that's that. To be fair, Hika, that's true. I was thinking the sprites and the CGs don't have the same, like, look. Luna, did we just... We won! Well-dressed developers and directors alike all rise from their seats as they clap towards the stage. The people behind us motion for us to get up and we hurriedly walk on stage. Music from our game plays in the background as videos showing gameplay are projected on each screen in the room. The announcer shakes our hands and hands us a platinum trophy in the shape of a controller. We look out at the crowd before us, spotting many guests in the audience in cosplay of our characters wearing merchandise all over and cheering loudly from the stands. Annex looks at me and squeezes my hands as he grabs the mic, his eyes teary with emotions. I think the developer's name is Gretzky Games or something? Everyone, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you all so much for making our dream come true, for being a part of our story and our journey. MC is so pretty in her little dress. My heart. It's just so polished. We hope you're ready for the next one. There's plenty more coming from us. Upon seeing his genuine reaction, the crowd goes wild. Everyone in the audience gives a standing ovation as cheering and applause is heard over the music. Annex is near tears as he grabs the trophy in my hand and raises both into the air. I feel my emotions well up inside me as I take in the tons of fans beaming back at me. It's easily engraved in my heart as one of the most beautiful memories of my life. Another one alongside Annex. As we walk out of the stage doors, a flood of paparazzi, fans, and cameramen hoard us as security attempts to fend them off. Mr. Gray, Miss Luna, just a quick question. What does it feel like winning one of the most prestigious industry awards for your first project and as a pair of indie developers? Mr. Annex, would you consider this moment to be the moment your dream finally came true? Annex stopped as he eyes that last reporter in particular. He smiles as he looks over at me. Not at all. The moment my dream had come true was the day Luna and I decided to pursue this together. Without her, none of this would have ever been possible. The crowd cheers and gushes as I feel an indescribable sense of pride being able to stand by the man next to me. Yeah, I wonder, right, Rose Lover? Annex squeezes my hand as we continue being escorted out. Miss Luna, you have opened up a movement of inspiring countless female creators to pursue careers in a typically male-dominated industry. Could you tell us how you came to become a game developer? I'm afraid that's quite a long story, but I'd be happy to tell you another day. Please contact my agent. After much dodging, we're able to make it through and board the crystal elevator headed towards the VIP suites of the hotel. As we look down through the crystal glass wall, we see countless fans in cosplays of our characters waving at us holding signs. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I nudge Annex as we spot a familiar-looking boy and his mother cheering at us. We wave back excitedly. As we near the top floor, I look down again. My eyes widen as I see a familiar face in the back of the crowd. Oh, Agatha's there! Oh yeah, that's true. The Starlight edition is like a revamp. So I don't actually know what the original is like. As I beam her a warm smile, she smiles at me and waves before leaving through the hotel doors. Oh, dear me. Lots has happened in this route, I swear. I can't help but squeal with delight as we enter our VIP suite. I glance at the trophy again. Is it suit or suite? I don't actually... I thought it was sweet. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I glance at the trophy again that's emblazoned with our names at the bottom along with a few touching words. For a story that brought out the magic in all of us. My attention is shifted as Annex wraps an arm around my waist and pulls me close. Come here, beautiful. We smile and lovingly stare into each other's eyes for a few moments before his lips find mine. Seconds turn to minutes as our kisses grow more passionate. Suddenly, he lifts me up and places me on the sofa with ease before climbing on top of me. Annex, already? Shouldn't we at least open a bottle first? Listen, I have my priorities straight and you're number one on that list. Besides, honestly, I still feel like I'm dreaming. There's nothing else in this world I want more than to just experience this moment with you. My heart melts at his sincere words, and I opt to silence him by bringing his lips to meet my own. As he unbuttons his suit, his perfectly gelled back hair begins to fall onto his face. Yeah, I like it when games show the characters like a little image. I think it's cute. I think these people sold it already, and then when they updated it, that was just a free update, if you know what I mean. His eyes shine with more love and passion than I've ever seen before. I stifle a soft moan as he begins to trail kisses on my neck and jawline. Our hands find each other as our fingers intertwine. A few moments later, he looks at me with a playful smirk tugging at his lips as he reaches for my dress's zipper. I really did like that dress, but you don't need it anymore. I silence him with yet another kiss and we lose ourselves in the taste of the other. Hi Sal, welcome! Suddenly we're abruptly jolt as we hear the doorbell to the room ring from the front of the suite. Shouldn't we get that? Nope. Priorities. We decide to ignore it, but it continues incessantly. Annex growls as he gets off the bed and buttons up some of his shirt. He throws me a seductive look before smirking at my pouty, disheveled state. Give me a second, princess. As he leaves, a little pink penguin pops up from under the couch. Oh my god. Philia, I love her so much. She's so cute. Princess, huh? That's a new one. Philia, where the heck did you run off to? I hadn't seen you at all since we got here. You haven't been causing any trouble, have you? Trouble? Me? Never! Yo, but jokes aside, does this fancy schmancy place really not have any cheese snacks? Like, seriously, I've searched it from top to bottom. A laugh escapes me as I pinch her small cheeks. She beams at me before waddling up on the sofa. Tell you what, I'll buy a whole aisle of cheese snacks for you when we get home if you behave. And, if you leave the hotel room for tonight. Wait, a whole aisle? Really? That sounds great! Oh, you're the best, Master Luna. I love you! I love you too, you little goofball. Now off with you. And don't go pranking any more hotel guests, okay? Behave yourself. Wee-hee, no promises! Oh. It was getting a Stevie until whoever's at the door ruined it. I shake my head as I watch her fly off in a burst of sparkles. Just then I hear footsteps approaching and turn to see that Annex has returned. I wonder if Annex can see Philia now. Can you believe they bought us another bottle of champagne? We'll be alcoholics by tomorrow at this rate. He quickly sets the bottle down and jumps onto the sofa as he pounces on top of me. He smiles and places his forehead on mine before leaning into me. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, the R18 patch. Oh, that's a good line. I like that. Annex, wait, there's something important I need to say first. He stops abruptly upon hearing his name and looks into my eyes. I look back with a warm and tender smile playing at my lips. My heart feels like it could burst with happiness as I look up at him and caress his cheek as he watches me. I love you. Annex looks down at me with the same tenderness and places a small kiss on my forehead before leaving one on my lips. And I love you, Luna, with all that I am and so much more. Let's see where our next dream takes us together, shall we? Yes, it's sure to be just as exciting. Our lips meet once again in a perfect kiss. The stars seem to shine brighter than ever as a bright full moon illuminates the whole sky. A cackling laugh is heard as a figure on a broom flies across the night sky. As I look towards the man I love, I can't help but smile knowing the bond we formed is a love that was destined, perhaps far before we even met. But no matter what the future may hold for us, we'll tackle it together as our hearts and souls shine as one. I know for a fact that the real adventure has only just begun. Oh, this art's like really like, sort of, it looks kind of, I don't know how to put it, like, it looks more organic, I guess? In like a kind of almost watercolor feel, if you know what I mean. Oh, I like that. Thank you so much for purchasing and playing Love Spell, the Starlight Update. Your support truly means the world to our small indie game development studio. It's thanks to wonderful people like you that we can continue creating magic, telling stories, and hopefully bringing a smile onto people's faces. We truly hope that Annex and the gang brought a smile to your face. Remember to follow us on social media to stay up to date with the latest news and updates from Great Getsky Studios. There's lots more fun on the way. I love it how they're flexing themselves at the end. Smart move. And if you're interested, you can support the development team by purchasing some official merchandise on our website. Until we meet again. Ooh, that was pretty. Ooh. Oh. Now, for the bad ending. In this one, we're going to let him go because, you know... I shake my head and blink back the tears that have begun forming once again. I grip our notebook close to my chest for a fleeting moment before I turn my back and walk away. I tried, Philia. I tried my best, I really did. But it just wasn't good enough. It never is. I hold my breath, almost expecting the sassy pink penguin to appear in a flash of sparkles and scold me for being such a reckless master. But the only reply I receive is a cold flutter of the sea wind. I look back to the spot where Annex's ship disappeared one last time. I only wonder what would have happened if I had made it in time. What would have happened if Annex had stayed behind? Would we have laughed or cried? Would we have embraced each other and never let go? It doesn't matter anymore, it's too late. Annex is gone, and there was nothing I could do. "7 years later." My heart sinks as I gaze at the laptop screen in front of me. After that fateful day Annex left, I vowed to myself that I wouldn't let our notebook go to waste. I vowed that I would make this dream come true, even if it was only mine alone now. So with this resolve, I managed to graduate and proceeded to work various odd jobs for years. Eventually, I saved up enough to open and establish my own indie game studio. It all sounds very glamorous, especially with the recent release of my first game. But unfortunately, glitz, glam and fame were far from my reality. What do you mean the story was completely unrealistic? It's a fantasy genre, of course it's unrealistic. I pinch my temple as I continue scrolling down a long list of recent player reviews. Unintuitive level design, puzzles were too easy, MC sucks. Okay, now that's just low. There are a few positive comments posted here and there, but the vast majority I spot are criticisms, some more constructive than others. I groan as I run a hand down my face and quickly close the browser. It's fine, right? I just have to keep believing. The next game will be better. If there's even a next game at this point. Oh boy. Oh boy. I know, right? This is so depressing. Like, what the hell? I lean back in my office chair and sigh. That's what I thought, Kennedy. I'm like, what is this? But the way I'm seeing it is if Annex was on his own, the same thing would have happened. The reason why it works is because they both worked on it. At least that's how I see it anyway. I eye the empty coffee mug sitting at the corner of my desk and grab it as I stand up and walk out of the room. On my way to the small office kitchen, I notice a few letters slid under the door. When I spot the bold red lettering stamped on the top envelope, I groan out loud again. Crap, my rent's overdue, but I just finally paid off my credit card bill yet. Oh my god, this is too... this is painful. This is painful. It's gone from like dream come true to reality. Oh my god. Great, another week of eating instant ramen, I guess. I flip through the rest of my mail absent-mindedly until I come across something that instantly makes my blood run cold. Oh no, not even more. Yeah, I think the reason why it worked when it was both of them is that when there was something wrong, the other could have spotted it. That's how I'm seeing it. This is the worst ending in the world. I stare unflinchingly at the card in one hand as my mug falls from the other, shattering into pieces against the floor. Oh, you are cordially invited to the wedding of Annex Grey and Isla Fan. Oh my god, guys, this is like literally they swung sort of several punches and this is like the final hit or something. This is so bad. They went like hardcore depressing for this one. You know how some games it's like happily ever after and then there's some more realistic ending? This is like they went dreams, hell. Oh, welcome, Shelley. We're screaming at how like drastic the difference is between the good and bad endings. My fingers tremble as I read the small white card over and over, but the words refuse to sink in. Annex and Isla? I didn't know they were still together. It's been years, so I suppose this is only natural. But what happened? Like, Isla, wasn't she all... But he never loved me and all of that. Oh my god. A whirlwind of 1,000,001 emotions rushed through my mind as my whole body is paralyzed on the spot. After a few minutes, a sudden wave of calm washes over me. Without a word, I walk back to the counter, pick up a pen and check off a box in the corner. Oy. Wow, we get to see the love interest get married with our love rival. Great. I fidget nervously with the small present box in my hand as I gaze wide-eyed around the beautiful chapel. Considering how well off both Isla and Annex's family are, it's no surprise their wedding turned out to be such a lavish event. Every square foot of the venue I see is decorated intricately and beautifully with countless flowers, garlands, and sparkling centerpieces. There's still plenty of time before the ceremony is set to start, but hundreds of guests have already arrived, with a seemingly endless line still slowly making their way inside. I place my gift down and can't help but retreat to the back. I feel completely out of place amongst a sea of high-profile guests dressed in designer gowns and suits. As far as my eyes can see, I begin to recognize famous and renowned doctors, politicians, lawyers, and even executives mingling with one another. Guess he crawled back to her. Right, Kennedy. Do they get a CG? A wedding CG? They're gonna shove that in our faces. I think it's gonna be like Isla and Annex with like the main character right at the back looking sadly at them. At least that's how I feel it might be. I stand awkwardly by myself for a few more minutes before I leave to find a restroom to freshen up. It just keeps going. Oh god. I take a deep breath as I exit the bathroom, spending longer than I had anticipated in there. The reality of the situation had begun crushing down on me, and it took some time and a few mental pep talks to get my wits back. Looking back at the end of the hall towards the crowded reception area again, I can feel my stomach tighten. So instead, I choose to turn around and walk towards a seemingly empty open balcony outside. Perhaps some fresh air will do me good. As I walk along the hall of the empty balcony, I relish in the complete silence around me. For the first time since I arrived, I feel I can finally breathe with no one around. When suddenly I catch the sight of a lone back leaning against a pillar, watching the horizon. I stop dead in my tracks at the figure in front of me. Although it's been years since we last saw each other, I would recognize the sight of that back anywhere. Annex. I feel my heart rate accelerate dangerously. Feelings that I thought had long since disappeared bubble to the surface almost all at once again. Confirmed masochist. I guess she's friends with both of them, so felt like she should. And I'm resigned to admit that maybe they'll never truly go away. It feels as if the hand was wrapped itself round my throat as tears begin to well up in my eyes at only the sight of his back. I quickly turn around and attempt to make my escape before I'm noticed, but the sound of my heels gives me away as he turns. Luna. Oh, oops. Luna, is that you? I swallow the lump in my throat and force the best smile I can possibly muster. Annex's eyes visibly widen as he watches me turn around, and his jaw drops ever so slightly. Congratulations, lovebird! Maybe it was the look in my eyes or obvious tremble in my tone, but anything Annex was about to say crumbles away at my greeting. His features soften while a wistful, almost melancholic glow settles in his eyes. Thanks. Wow. Yeah, we're attending the wedding of Annex and Isla. It's great. It's great. Right. The air is uncomfortably thick around us as we both call out at the same time. Annex, Luna, But the loud chime of the church bell rings out, cutting us off abruptly. It's time. The ceremony is starting. Luna. I look away. You should go. They're all waiting for you. Yeah, but it means a lot to me that you came. Just know, I'm glad I got to see you. I'm sitting in a pew behind the front row. The ceremony has already begun. My fists are balled up tightly in my lap as I watch the couple at the altar exchange their vows, followed by their rings. And now, if there is anyone who does not believe the couple before us should be joined in holy matrimony, speak now or forever hold your peace. Me, they are not in love. Where's Asia? I'm surprised she's not yelling at the moment. And now, la 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 la. My attention snaps up at those words. A hush falls over the room as the priest gives pause. My eyes instinctively flicker up, only to find Annex looking in my direction as well. Time seems to stop in that moment as we stare straight into each other's eyes, not even daring to breathe. A flurry of emotions wash over me as I dig my nails deeper into my palms and bite my lip. Every nerve in my body seems to surge as wild thoughts fly through my mind. Every fibre of my being screams for me to stand up and yell across the room. However, there's one looming thought that shackles me in my place. Annex's future. Isla was right. Now, because of her, Annex has everything he could possibly want. A formal education, a stable career, and a bright future ahead of him. But as for me, well, what could I possibly offer him except a world of struggle and uncertainty? My chest aches with the feeling of my own heart breaking for the last time as I find the courage to tear my eyes away. And in that moment, time continues to flow normally once again. No one? Then with the powers vested in me, I pronounce you two husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. I can't bring myself to lift my head when cheers erupt all around me as Annex and Isla officially seal their marriage. I realise once and for all that it's too late. Everything is truly over. Yeah, so that's why you were so quiet. Oh look, we got a game over. Sorry, I'm listening to the music. So that was it, I guess. We didn't get a CG. I'm sad. I do love bad ending CGs. So it's basically you get 3 CGs per route, I guess? Or 4 if you count the final one. Post-game. Ooh. Oh, okay. So you have to look at... Oh. So you get extra stories as well. Cool. Well, that is it. I thought it would take longer to do this. I kind of feel like, you know, I should have just ended yesterday's stream, kind of, not yesterday, last week's stream earlier. And then, you know, I don't know if I'm making sense. But, yeah, I don't know. Ryan crawls to Isla, sir. Excuse me. You have 0 free will, or backbone, or decision-making capabilities, etc. Oh, and then she found another guy and was successful without stupid Annex. The end. Yeah, exactly. She found someone else. They became soulmates, and they were successful. Annex is sad because of his dumb choices, and they all, well, most of them live happily ever after, the other not so much. You would have been so mad, Asia. I think all of us were mad. She had to pay she just paid a credit card bill, but then had to pay rent. It was too realistic. And I'm really confused why Isla ended up with him. Like, she literally was crying and talking to the main character about how he doesn't love her and how it doesn't really make any, like, what? They didn't belong together anyway, so it's fine. Oh dear. But anyway, that's a really short stream, actually. I thought it would last a little bit longer, but it is what it is, I guess. Thank you guys for coming along. I kind of wanted this stream to last a little bit longer. I'm a bit sad. But I can't start another route because it's only 1 route per stream, I believe. Let's see. think that was the rules. Yeah, one of the main 4 routes. And it makes me sad because I really like how nerdy and cute he and Luna was, but the drama was a lot. And he's just got no backbone. Like, yeah, she's too good for Annex, basically. But anyway, so my next stream will be on Friday. I'll be doing Naya RAP on Twitch. And then this weekend there won't be any like video or stream, unfortunately, because I'll be away. As is always the case, thank you guys for coming along. It was lots of fun. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and hopefully I will see you in another one of my videos or streams. Bye!